On this episode of Bombs Away, we tell you how we're about to celebrate 14 years of being in a band by traveling back in time to 2010. How our song is both going to save lives and corrupt the Billboard charts, and how 14 inches of vinyl and a best-selling book is going to put it all back into balance.
This little cockroach says that he wrote one of our songs.
This will not stand. It's the November 2024 episode of Bombs Away. Allow us to return to 14 years ago when we were getting ready for our very first show. It was a very different time then. Our first website was MySpace. Bands who played their own music could only play in clubs, and duos were definitely not in vogue. So there were a lot of things kind of going against a weird kind of like dark enigmatic duo like us. But we've really done a lot of things that other bands don't do. We've done things in a very different way. And that means that we do 70 to 80 dates a year, and we book all of our own shows. And most of them, we play our own sets, and it's 2 to 3 hours. We record everything we do on tape our way, and then we sell out our records, which is like so cool. We've been on PBS television, which is wild, and other TV appearances. We supply theme songs to amazing things like the #1 pro wrestling podcast in the world and a best-selling book series. And best of all, we meet like the coolest people when we do so, because we really kind of believe in what it is that we do, and it's just so genuine and so different, and so people see themselves in it and they're like, that's a ride I want to go on. So they maybe weren't here in the beginning, so we were thinking we should celebrate our anniversary.
Yeah, the lovely people in Floor Model, which is a really good band you should check out. Mm-hmm. They have been a band like 20 plus years, and they told us back in 2019 that we should be celebrating our bandiversary. And we were like, yeah, why not? But then 2020 happened and the pandemic and that whole thing.
Pandy!
And so it kind of got us off the rails. But you know what? This year is our 14-year anniversary, bandiversary, excuse me. And we said, why not? Let's celebrate. Let's do it.
Come on.
We have a history, like, it's interesting, and then, like, other people are like, interested in our history and where we came from and what we're doing. So we started this band back in 2010 in Columbia, Missouri.
We did.
We played our first show at a suspiciously nice townhouse that was called the Snake Pit.
It was so long ago that I played it with this 4-string Thunderbird instead, with my fingers. Like, so it was even before the 8-string happened.
Can you imagine? With your fingers, my God.
Like a cave person.
Yeah, it was a multi-band bill, and we were like totally out of place. But, you know, we felt like there was kind of something there.
There totally was something there. Although that night was an interesting set, right? It felt arty and moody. It was strange. So we played the songs that would become The Tightwire, which is our first LP, most of the songs on there. And, you know, we opened with a song that was deemed too dark for The Tightwire, which is pretty wild. It's on here. You can see on it. It's a song called I'm Freaked Out. It was, you know, we heard it back and we're like, too dark, too scary. But then we sprinkled in bubblegum pop songs as well. And we also refused to talk to the crowd, which was really an interesting choice that we made. So we made these interludes, right? We made these interludes, as you can see here, interludes on tape, right? And we transferred them to a VHS tape. And every time we got done with the song, we'd like hit play and we'd stand there and just kind of look at them and we'd hit stop. and we would play the next song then. And so it was kind of wild. People didn't really know how to take it, but we're just like, man, I think we're on to something here in our own kind of way. Which, you know, you got to trust your own vision and your own North Star on this. And so a lot of the people we've met and who are kind of into the X-Bombers, we've met over the last, like, I'd say last 4 years, a good chunk of you. Some of you have been here since the beginning, but others of you have picked up over time. So we thought it'd be amazing to go back in time to 2010 for one night only on Saturday, November 16th. We're going to do it in Springfield, Illinois at Buzz Bomb Brewing, one of our favorite places to play. Now, in addition to playing our like kind of like toe tapping, like cabaret kind of set. We're gonna do this original set, and it's dark. It's the band, playing the Thunderbird, who would be
being weird,
ending with "All I Wanted Was a Machine," and we're gonna play that song that we haven't played in 13 years. We're gonna dig out the original tape that we showed you, the interludes. We're gonna put those on something, let you hear them, things that haven't even been heard on the record before. So for this night, you're gonna hear the ones that were at that first show. In addition to that, too, we're gonna have like specific Tightwire merch, that era, right? Like that briefcase logo that you see. And one of them is gonna be a bandana. There's gonna be a couple of other things like this, like these like adventure journals. And the one I'm pretty excited about is the brand new gold foil sticker here, which is neat. It loses something in translation on a screen, right? Right. It's like it's 2 inches, but it's
tiny.
It's gold foil and it's great. And sticker subs, right? You're going to be getting that in the mail. We're going to send that off next week. So all of the subscribers to our stickers are going to get it because we always take care of our subs. But this is going to be a really special night, and we hope you can make it. It's going to be amazing. Again, November 16th, Buzz Bomb Brewing, Springfield, Illinois. Come experience what it would have been like to see the X-Bombers back in 2010. It'll be a special night. Last month, we told you that we had a scheme so crazy that we needed your help to make it work. And this scheme is going to actually help us save lives. And we're not saying that hyperbolically. It will do so. But we're going to need your help to do so. And we're going to enter the digital dark side because for the first time ever, the X-Bombers are going to release a song for sale on digital download. Tell them about it.
It's true. We are animal people.
We are.
And we are animal shelter people. We adopted a number of animals over our lifetime.
Bees, cat.
From animal shelters. We believe that, like, with the right time and resources, every animal can find a home.
Merman.
So we're super pleased to announce that we're going to be partnering with No Kill Louisville, which is a registered charity, who, just like us, started in 2010. And they're a very cool organization. They basically help shelters shift towards a no-kill model, which means that they help them foster. Like, basically, it's the idea that you keep the animal out of the shelter.
Yeah, if you foster, I mean, one of the main reasons why animal shelters end up euthanizing adoptable animals is they just run out of space.
Yeah.
Fostering literally extends this and gives them a chance.
So they do a number of cool things like that, and that includes like a pet food bank, which is super cool. And of course, low cost or free spay or neutering, stuff like that. It's a very, very cool organization. And why are we doing Louisville?
Because the man, James E. Cornette, lives in Louisville. And you're like, who's Jim Cornette? Oh, let's tell you about this. See, our song, Get the Experience, is the theme song to the #1 pro wrestling podcast in the entire world, The Jim Cornette Experience, and Jim Cornette lives in Louisville, famously so, as does his pup, Harley Quinn. Now, the idea is that we are going to take our 14 years and say we're celebrating 14 years by doing 14 days of giving, because in the 14 days leading up to Thanksgiving, we are going to donate 100% of what we receive from digital sales of the song Get the Experience to No Kill Louisville. That's right, 100% of it, which is crazy, right? So we're going to do good. We're literally going to save lives. But here's the thing, we're doing digital sales. And that makes us open to some other things, some possibilities, if you will. So the Billboard Charts are an interesting thing. Any song that's registered, which we've registered Get the Experience for it, is eligible. Now, they say that they look at streams and they look at airplay and they look at sales, but sales count a crazy disproportionate amount. It's about 2,000 streams to one sale.
Yeah.
Meaning it takes only about 550 downloads in a week to make a band wind up on the Hot 100. It's crazy, and it's doable. It actually takes less on some other charts, like the digital sales chart or like a genre-specific chart. So,
yeah, I mean, candidly, let's be honest. Like, being on the charts would be the coolest thing, and it would change. It would change our life in a really cool way. Obviously, we could like book shows and maybe like larger events and obviously press and things like that off of it. But also, it gets you into radio rotation, whereas sometimes we get blocked out of that because we're not in the Billboard Top 100. it would also be something that you cannot take away from us. We would have it forever.
Never. So the thing is, we're going to give 100% of what it is we receive from digital sales.
We're doing that anyway.
Regardless, right? So every dime that you put in, every dime that we get out of that, we're going to give directly to No Kill Louisville. But we've made this very fancy chart to let you know that there are other possibilities.
Yes.
See, if somehow we wind up on a Billboard chart of any type, digital sales, genre, whatever it is, we are going to sponsor a dog at the Kentucky Humane Society, or cat, depending on the vibe of what it is we're feeling. A very Bommersy animal.
Yeah.
If we reach the Hot 100, which remember is through your help, about 550 sales in 1 week, we will match 100% of what we receive from digital sales.
100%.
To No Kill Louisville. All goes there. Imagine how many animals we can help. It's going to be the best. And if we beat the odds and somehow we wind up in the top 10, we will drive down to Louisville, Kentucky and adopt a dog.
What?
No kidding. Probably name it Billy.
Probably.
Like Billy short for Billboard, because that'll be super fun. And if another thing that's not even on here is that if you're into this and you download and we do this good thing, it's going to encourage us, by the way, to do this more often, right? So we're going to release other things as well. And this should motivate you, right? Get us in the Billboard charts, literally save lives. And if we can't do that, what are we doing here? So download. Share graphics. Remember, it's going to happen November 15th through 28th on iTunes and Amazon only. No streaming, digital downloads because they get the most money from it.
Yes.
Download as much as you can. Go on different computers. Share the graphics. Share the video.
Visit your parents. Download it on their computer.
Exactly. Everywhere you can. Do it as many days as possible, as much as you can afford.
Go to the local library. Download it on everyone.
Phones. Everything that's on these things. Whatever it is you can do as many times as you can, because one, your download might just be the difference between a dog staying in their home or not, between a cat being able to find a new home, and the difference between us winding up in the Billboard charts. So November 15th through the 28th, we really can't do this without you. And speaking of things that we said we'd never do, we're going to transition to the analog realm because we love balance on these things. And something that surprisingly we've never done in 14 years as a band is put out our own 7-inch record.
That's right. We've done splits. We've done quad splits.
Banana splits.
We've done banana splits. We've done all sorts.
Bye, Kevin.
Bye, Kevin. We've done all sorts of 7 inches, but we've never actually done one.
Yeah.
That is our stuff on both side A and B.
The last time we did so, fun fact, is our old band.
It's a different band.
The very first Cave Tone record is this.
Crazy.
And so, yeah.
So, we're doing it. For the book series 24/7, Demon Mart, book number 6, Disenchanted. And our song is all over this book.
All over, all in.
Despite what Kevin would say. Kevin, full of it. Our song, Firebird Woman. And we wrote a theme for it as well at the Demon Mart. And that's what's going to be our next 7-inch release.
Yeah, Kevin's claiming credit for this kind of thing, but we can tell you definitively, we're the ones who wrote and record these things. And so Firebird Woman is a killer track. It's like boogie rock. It's got echoplexy vocals. It's a true story, by the way. We'll tell you about what it's about someday. But it's a really, really catchy song. Something out of like the Dotsons or Brownsville Station, two bands near and dear to our heart. And on the flip side, it's a theme song for the Demon Mart. It's called At the Demon Mart. It's about a shopping list that gets totally out of hand. It's like if the kids in the hall were in a punk band signed to SST in the 80s. It's a wild sort of piece of things on this. And the coolest thing is that the author, DM Gay, gave us just carte blanche. She said, I trust you, make an awesome song for it. And so we did. And the wild thing, though, is that she's never actually heard the two songs.
Yeah, that's right.
Is she making the record?
We only have a black and white print. Can't print it in color.
Imagine it in beautiful CMYK.
Color,
from Dorado, by the way, which has been ordered from.
Jackets are ordered. The master tapes, the master reels were sent off.
From Musicol.
This is happening, you guys. This is happening. It's being pressed. But yeah, the author's never actually heard it. But the reason for that is we wanted her to do like a reaction video, which will be really fun. And we are super looking forward to seeing that video, unless she thinks it's too weird. In which case, there's nothing she can do about it now.
That's very, very true, because it's on and it's happening again. The jackets are in process in Dorado in California. And as always, we press our stuff in the United States. Family-owned business, Musicol in Columbus, Ohio.
So when is it coming out?
So when's it coming out? I'm more talking about process than product these days. And so Musicol told us we'd get it by the end of November, which is exciting.
Yes.
And so the idea is that we don't have a firm release date, so we're just going to let you in on what our thoughts are. And so if we get it by late November, we're going to get to do the record release at Skeleton Key in Woodridge. If we get it in December, we're going to do the record release at Bullquarian Brewhouse in Monroe, Wisconsin. Both are genuinely two of our favorite places to play.
Both are good options.
Great options.
Yeah, we're excited.
So what else we got?
We have other things in motion too surrounding this 7-inch. We might possibly do a test pressing giveaway when we get those. That'll be cool. And we also we might do a digital download thing with it. We'll see how this other
Get the Experience goes.
We're gonna see how
the experience of Get the Experience goes.
Yeah, and if it goes well, then these might get released on a digital platform as well. That'd be cool. But the most exciting part, thank you, Kevin, is that we're gonna do a music video for Firebird Woman. Tell them about the music video, though.
Here,
tell them our crazy idea.
Keep Kevin under control here. See, we have an idea. So the Demon Mart is this wild world that's been constructed across multiple books in this best-selling franchise. And we are going to construct a life-size diorama for the part of the Demon Mart, where we watch Kevin fall in love with Firebird Woman and watch all the insanity kind of like unfold. So it's going to be insane, it's going to be absurd, and it's precisely the type of reason why we're one of your top 8 bands. As you know, the X-Bombers always have something cooking, and that's why we're one of your top 8 bands. So we want to take this opportunity to keep you updated on some of our schemes. We've just come off an awesome run of Halloween shows, and one of the things we've been doing at them is playing original Halloween songs that people are really into. Now, this December we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to do a set of Christmas songs, but we're going to include some of our own original Christmas songs with it too.
And speaking of original songs, we have future plans to do a split LP with Halloween songs on one side and Christmas songs on the other. So basically through mid-September all the way through December, we've got you covered, and the only thing you're going to need to listen to.
And speaking of December, we have some really cool things planned in our online store, including ornaments, what? Sweatshirts, what? And even brand new stickers.
And speaking of stickers, if you have not become one of our sticker subs yet, you still can.
We love our subs.
It's only $19.95, and we will mail you 2 copies of every new sticker design that we come up with.
And speaking of sticking around, stick around throughout the end of the year, because we're going to do something new this year. Doing the first award show for the X-Bombers called the Bommy Awards.
What?
That's right. This is going to give us a chance in order to showcase some of our favorite people and places.
Yeah, and speaking of a Bommy award-winning place, we are going to be doing New Year's Eve at Val's Place in Dixon, Illinois. And we're going to be doing the thing that we always do, which is a special Midnight Madness cover set. And this year the theme is Totally Rad Sounds of the 80s.
And speaking of totally rad sounds, throughout the 14 years we've been a band, we've put together a really rad collection of songs. And we put out a really entertaining set, and we'd love for you to experience it. Here's where you can do so. On Saturday, November 16th, we celebrate our 14th anniversary as a band in Springfield, Illinois at our beloved Buzz Bomb Brewing. This includes us playing not only our current toe tapping set, but also the very first set we ever played as a band back in November 2010. This includes a never-before recorded song deemed too dark for our first record, unheard interludes, and special merch for the night. Do not miss this special evening. No cover, music 7 to 10. On Friday, November 22nd, we return to our second home in Dayton, Ohio to play Blind Bob's. We play on a killer bill with Summer Crush, Ryan Kidd, and Daymares. This is another one of those nights at Bob's filled with awesome music and people in the Oregon District. Music at 9. On Saturday, November 23rd, we return to Indianapolis, Indiana at Fountain Square Brew. Last time was just lovely, and this time we will be joined by Matt Davis, who is from the Tim Blythes for his first show in a decade. No cover, music 7 to 9. On Friday, December 6th, we make our debut in Mundelein, Illinois at Tonality Brewing. It seems like such a cool place, and we we'd love to see our North Suburb friends there. No cover, music 8 to 10. On Saturday, December 7th, we return to Woodridge, Illinois at Skeleton Key Brewery for what is certain to be a fun night of music. We love everything about the Key, and these shows just get wild and fun. Don't miss our last Chicagoland show for 2024. No cover, music 7:30 to 10:30. On Saturday, December 14th, we return to St. Louis, Missouri at Alpha Brewing. We have been on a streak of excellent shows with our St. Louis friends at Alpha, and we would genuinely love to see you there. And afterwards, we will definitely be hanging out eating a black bean and burger and fries if you want to hang. No cover, music 4 to 7. On Thursday, December 19th, we make our long-awaited return to La Crosse, Wisconsin at the legendary Bodega Brew for a night of music and endless beer on tap. It's such a cozy place to see a set, and there's something special about downtown La Crosse in winter. No cover, music 7 to 10. And on Saturday, December 21st, we return to Monroe, Wisconsin to play our favorite tiny stage at Bullquarian Brewhouse. You haven't experienced our set until you've seen us play Bullquarian and maybe done a shot of Malort with Ethan. Awesome beer, food, people, and we're always within shouting distance. It's seriously one of our favorite places, and we'd love to see you there. Music 5:30 to 8:30. And if you want to support your favorite music-making duo, buy a record, shirt, sticker subscription, or empower us to do more rad things by putting money in our tip jar at thexbombers.com. Your support directly enables us to make more music and visual art. And if you're not feeling spendy at this point, convince a friend to join our orbit at The X Bombers on YouTube, Facebook, or any of the other places. And if you really want to support this psychedelic pair extraordinaire, stop celebrating your birthday. Start eating cake whenever you feel like it, and give presents to people in your life at any point you want them to know how much you appreciate them. When people question your cake eating and present giving, tell them that you refuse to commemorate something that happened so long ago in the past, and that you find joy in the experience of living in the now. Convinced that the concepts of past and future are only constructs of the imagination, people will start experiencing the moment with you. Elated by the experience and an excess of sugar, collectively crash a child's birthday party. Ignore the parents yelling at you and ask little Timmy if he would like cake and presents every day. As the wonder comes across his face, tell him all he has to do is destroy this current birthday party. Watch as this swarm of 7-year-olds smash cake, destroy presents, and start to tear apart the pizzeria as they tell their parents that they love them for the first time in 2 months. With a tear in their eye, the parents join the children in tearing down everything off the walls and smearing cake on the floors. Tell them that they can live in this feeling forever and that they need to share this experience with others. Watch on in approval as parents and children truly connect for the first time, teaming up to destroy birthday parties while they provide other families with the same experience. Send these new groups of cake and present-fueled libertines out together to spread the word of a life of experience, and teach them a song so that people will know that their liberation approaches and that they are about to get the experience. Start singing Get the Experience by the X-Bombers and send off your battalion singing Get the Experience to forever replace Happy Birthday as the song for celebration.